Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Per Aspera. This is a new one, and it's made by Raw Fury, which I know has a couple of X-Paradox people working at them, and I noticed that I'm peaking a lot. Give me just a moment. See if I can resolve that issue. That's not how you do it. Input, microphone. Sound control panel. That's the one I'm after. Microphone. Level 76 is normal. Did I have my microphone tuned differently on slobs? I don't think I did. I'm gonna drop it like a decibel. Okay, that'll do. Alright, so, Per Aspera, I will be honest, I know basically nothing about this game. So, couple of things before we get into this. If you have played this before, please do tell me, like, if I'm missing mechanics, or if I don't understand how something works. You're welcome to let me know. If it comes to spoilers and things that are going to be happening in the game, don't want to know. Don't tell me. So, I am coming into this really, really blind. So, here goes. Turn the sound down even more. Music's cool, but it is pretty overpowering. Let's do that. Alright, new campaign. Once upon a time on Mars. In the story mode, you play the role of an advanced AI with the prime directive of terraforming Mars. Life isn't just about being smart, it's also about those who you form a bond with, and how your decisions bring you closer or drive you away from them. Follow your own path and discover what awaits you at the end of this thrilling story. When you're done, please be a good player and don't spoil the endings. Well, no promises, seeing as this is being streamed, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then, don't watch the end, I guess. That's a good point. I should probably do a thingy for Discord. Give me a second. I try to remember how to do this. Nope, that's wrong. Save. Done. Discord. Notifications. Oh man, going back to old school Streamlabs. Going back to old school OBS, not Streamlabs OBS. Taking me a minute to remember how on earth all this stuff works. Okay, here we go. Difficulty level. Way to fulfill the dream of conquering Mars without the full hostility of the environment, but don't lay back that quickly. Remember that Per Aspera was designed with challenge in mind. Terraforming Mars is a challenging mission, but it doesn't need to be that difficult. This level presents an average difficulty, which will test your skills as a player, while allowing you to advance at a stable pace. A challenge for the bravest of players, and the closest simulation of a real Martian colonization. Strongly recommended for those who are familiar with this genre. From what I understand, this is a city builder, which I'm familiar with. I wouldn't say I'm good at them, though. But I have a feeling that this is supposed to be about difficulty, so we're going to go straight in, first try on Aspera. I'm sure it'll be fine. Man United is out, the Champions League are miffed, so be warned. Gotcha. It was brutal to learn the mechanics on Aspera. Well, you know, I have chat to help me. Some good voice actors. Some very good voice actors. Build an aluminium mine. How do I build stuff? Man, I'm going into this so unbelievably blind. Cool. Worker hub. Aluminium mine. Ah, and there's some aluminium. So little robot thing goes off to start building it. We have resources which are down here. So we have aluminium, we have steel, and we have electronics.
Amy, this is ISA Mission Control calling from Earth. Are you with us? Do you copy?
Affirmative, Houston. I am with you.
Great. The primary Mars module has already touched down at the designated landing zone. It's your turn to take control of the mission. Check the left edge of your display. You'll find your directives there. Follow them to set up the initial base on Mars' surface. I'll give you some time to settle in. When you're ready, go ahead and initiate our terraforming mission. Houston out.
Okay, so we got the aluminium mine up and running. We now need silicon and glass. So silicon mine requires silicon, which we can find down here. 3 aluminium and 3 steel. So we're going to need to build a little bit of aluminium to work on this. And then we need a glass kiln, which will consume power, which we have 15. Requires aluminium, requires steel. What are the inputs? Silicon.
The view of Mars from up here is fascinating. The landscape is so cratered and desolate. Wait, this is my voice that I am hearing. It's me. I am talking to myself. I must be verbalizing my thoughts as I process them. What an interesting function. I would like to test this some more. What other observations can I make about Mars? This planet is so resilient. It inspires great things.
Talking to yourself is completely reasonable. I mean, I do it every day. Completely normal. So you are mining. You have 705 input, and then you create aluminium. So I guess that's like bauxite, which I believe is aluminium ore. It's not going to require... It's not going to show what's needed for this yet. So that's saying it needs aluminium. This is saying that it needs aluminium and steel. I'm guessing that's saying priority. Or did I just hurry that? I don't like that it doesn't tell me what these things actually do. Like, that's obviously on or off. No idea what this button's for. But we have the silicon mine now. It's got 646 sand. And it's producing silicon, slowly but surely. I can zoom in and out. Still doesn't answer what this thing does. Increases the number of workers our base can support, consumes power, uses aluminium, steel, and electronics. So at the moment our shortage is aluminium. We are not having enough aluminium. Ah, okay, it is priority. Cool. I was kind of hoping that these roads would merge a little bit better than they have. Or like go around it or something. That's okay. I'll allow it. Oh, that's turning. Okay. Build a solar farm and build a steel factory. So the steel factory is going to require 5 power. We have 4.9. So I'm going to say let's get the solar farm up and running first. Which is going to require electronics. Steel doesn't require electronics. Is the electronics farm? No, it doesn't. Okay. We're good. So I think we'll put the solar farm over here. And then we'll wait until this is getting going. Which our little worker buggy is busily doing. Oh, there is like a little tunnel underneath. Okay, that's cool. Between this and this. It's missing a resource. What's that resource? Glass. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Then the steel factory is going to require aluminium and iron. Oh, we can get iron mines now. Gotcha. And that requires more consumption. So we should probably get the iron mine. Input 2 iron, 1 coal. I see how that works. Okay. So let's get the iron mine going. Is there iron? There is. Over there. That's carbon. Well, I guess that's going to go here then. And then we're also going to want the carbon mine, which is over here. Kind of regretting putting this here. It's made these roads really, really ugly. How much power does a solar farm generate? 10. So I think we're still going to be like 1.1 short in terms of power. Alright, we could really do with more of those little guys. How do I get more of those? Shows workload for this hub 1. That's scrapping it. I'm guessing we would have to actually make more. You need aluminium. Steel requires an iron mine. That's not what I meant. I meant that the steel factory requires iron to build. Construction cost is iron. That's where my surprise was. I was thinking we'd just need the iron to actually produce steel. Okay, so you have got all of the required resources, so we can start getting iron from you. Carbon still ongoing. And then I guess the steel factory is going to go in like here. Maybe like here. It requires twice as much steel as it does carbon, so putting it near the steel I think makes... or to the iron makes sense. Did these require electronics? They didn't. Okay. I'm wondering if we want to put down another solar farm, because I have a bad feeling we're going to need to. Although the solar farm is still waiting for glass. Shows 99%, 98%, so we're at maximum solar. We're on a 99% location. Oh, it does say 30 megawatts. Output 20. Oh, that's the landing site. Yeah, it's because this thing's still under construction. That's why it's not telling me that I've got the extra power. So we just got one of the mines, which is actually dropping our power output. So I'm going to turn you off for now, so I'm not using that power. I'm going to turn you off for now, so I'm not using that power. Until this thing is actually up and running. Then I can turn those two on again. Then I can get the steel factory. And there we go. We got power. Turn on. Turn on. And then build me a steel factory. Worthy of Mordor.
Amy,
Okay.
this is Houston. Do you copy?
Copy. Reading you loud and clear.
Excellent. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I am Dr. Nathan Foster. I lead the team here at ISA that built you, and I'll be helping you get the mission underway. We put you in hibernation for the trip from Earth, so I'd like to check your basic functions to make sure it's all in order. Why don't we start with your core memory? Can you state your primary directive?
Directive is to terraform Mars, right?
I can, Dr. Foster. My mission is to terraform Mars. This will enable humanity to become an interplanetary species.
All right. Next, I'd like to check your decision-making processes. You may have already noticed that there are resource veins outside the boundaries of your initial base. So your workers may not have the battery capacity to reach some of them. How would you solve this problem?
Building worker hubs between the resources and the base would solve the problem.
Yes, that's correct. Other buildings would extend your base as well, but they require more power and resources, so worker hubs are the most efficient way to do it. This mission's going to be a challenge. There's a lot that can go wrong. We expect to extend humanity's reach beyond anything previously.
Congratulations, more workers can be produced in these new factories. Check the building menu to initiate the process. Remember, in the event your worker factories are not producing as many workers as expected, check the following conditions. The factory has the resources needed to make workers. Prioritize the production of this to make sure it does. Your base has enough vacant worker hubs to host more workers.
Chief. But you are not just any AI system. You're well beyond that. We made you an artificial consciousness. That means that you have both self-awareness and self-interest. And that is the last thing I would like to check today. Is that okay?
Yes, Dr. Foster.
Very good. Then would you please state a positive and a negative aspect of yourself?
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. Running that question through my cognitive system did not return an answer.
Roger that. Nothing to worry about. Just means your system requires more input and experience to process that question. That will come with time. Let's proceed with the mission. ISA has approved the first crewed flight to Mars. You'll need to expand the base to prepare, so get to work on that. I'll check back in later to see how things are going. Base expansion is a go. Houston out.
Great. Now I can produce steel. This new factory, it's down on the surface of Mars, but I can control it from here. So does that make it a part of me? Where does the machine end, and my artificial consciousness begin? We are completely interconnected. I can sense everything that happens through the network of workers and buildings. They are an extension of me down on the surface, so that makes us a single being. The mind and the body work together as one, an inseparable whole.
Mordred is online. Yeah. I like the sound of that. So we got the steel factory done. Electronics factory is being produced right now. Oh no, electronics factory is done. So that's going to be using silicon and aluminium to make electronics. And then we need a parts factory, which is steel and aluminium, so that should also be around here somewhere. I should actually be... Oh no, that's the silicon mine. Ah, here we go. Hold on, no, steel. Which is the steel mine? That's electronics, aluminium, glass. Steel factory. There. So I need steel and aluminium. So we're going to put the parts factory here. Which will have those connecting. Then once the parts factory is finished, we can start getting the worker factory. Although, actually, how much power is that going to use? It's going to use 10, so we are going to need some more solar. And hopefully these solar farms can power everything, as interconnected as everything is. And I'm trying to get more than one link between every building, just in case one of these links gets severed. Then everything will still be interconnected. But man, I really need more workers, because there are some really serious bottlenecks beginning to appear. Seeing as it's just this poor sod on his own. Doesn't look like resources move automatically between structures. It's basically just the settlers, and I need more carriers. So happy Liverpool's second. Hopefully taking first Barcelona is a joke and Arsenal is trash. 2020 is not an ending that badly after all. I'm sure that Marshall would disagree with you there, Katie. So we've got the glass first this time around. We still need parts and we need aluminium. Where's the electronics? There. That's the last of the parts, I think. Nope, that was aluminium. It's interesting watching this thing just dipping between the different buildings. I like the little tunnels which are underneath. That's kind of cool. I'm going to say that this is the priority. Let's get that one done first. Because we have the power for it to start actually functioning. And yet it's still going here first. It's getting some steel. It's going to get another part. Nope, it's doing silicon. Nope, it's doing carbon. Oh, I see. It can only carry one item at a time. Oh no, bleeding wonder this is so slow. Also, I thought that that was going up. It's not. It's down. Still 99% though. That's fine. I thought that was uphill, but it's not. How do we get more workers? We need a worker plant. But to get the worker plant, we need parts. To get parts, well, we just need some more electronics and steel, which we're producing. It's just slow, because we only got the one. Ah, I see here. Height. Dark is low, light is high. So these are really, really low down. We're actually really high up here. We're on a bit of a plateau. Compared to big ass craters. Hellas Chaos! Great name. I mean, I have to say, for a project of this scope, having a single worker bot seems like a really, really bad critical failure point. Like, if you lose that worker bot, game over. It's done. Alright, parts factory is being built, which is going to use up the majority of our power, so then at that point we can get the solar farm going. Okay, parts factory is up. So now we need the solar farm. Then once we have that, we can get the worker factory.
Raiding party!
Ah, there is a speed here. Now I see it. Evil Snowball, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to Evil Snowball's viewers. Hello, hello, hello. Here we go. Huzzah! It's like a pinball machine. Ding, 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 ding. Need one more part. There it is. Solar farm's being built. And now that's done, we can get the worker factory at last. Which is going to require an input of aluminium, glass parts, and electronics. Putting it down here would actually make the most sense. There. Okay, so it needs parts, electronics, aluminium, and steel. Let's watch the pinball going. Do you know why there are no cats on Mars? Because curiosity killed them all. That's terrible. Trimster, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Evil Snowball coming in with a 21-month resubscription, a raid, and a resub on the same day. Snowball, you're spoiling me. And then Daddy Stein, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Alright, we need just another part. There it is. Ah,
Finally, I can build additional workers now. I will appreciate the extra hands. But I wonder, do I really need them?
They will give the mission a boost, or they will give my functionality a boost. Ooh.
They will boost my functionality greatly. Having more workers will expand my physical domain over this planet.
And you know what that means in slightly different grammatical inflection? Having additional ability over my entire domain. What that means is unlimited power! Because who else is going to be up against me? I mean, really? I'm the only sentient one here. Oh, that. You must construct additional pylons. I still think there would be such a massive critical failure point to have just one worker bot.